It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. It is indeed your Feel Good Breakfast Show, and thank you so much for joining us and spending some time with us this morning. I want to introduce you to an exceptional human being right now. I'm talking about Marius Small Smith, a neurosurgeon and yes, a classically trained pianist as well, stepping into the spotlight with the cinematic debut album, First Light, a powerful musical journey born from personal diversity and of course artistic rebirth. Now we'll get to know the man behind the keys, but right now let's take a sneak peek at the talent. We've all been transported. Marius, please can we give him a feel-good welcome? Come on now. So deserving. That was absolutely beautiful. Welcome, Marius, and thank you for joining us.
Thank you. Nice being here.
Oh, my goodness. We have to get into the inspiration behind this and, of course, your debut album. But from what I've been told, you also have overcome a rare illness. And I think that that might have inspired artistically the direction of where you went with this. So can you tell us a little bit more about the inspiration and if your personal experience had an impact on it as well?
You never know what adversity causes.
Yeah.
I've been playing music since a young boy, but you never know that you can actually create because you keep playing the Elton Johns of the world and that sort of music. And then you go through a tough time and you lose the function of your limbs. And then you start playing again, and then you start creating a simple little song,
Sure.
which ends up at the magic of Mozart's Lords, and it comes back as an incredible picture and an incredible emotional experience, basically. And then you realize, well, you can create. And that to me was the most exciting thing about this whole project.
Sure.
Is the fact that after all these years, you can actually create your own sound and your own music.
I love that. Was it almost like a rediscovery of your voice again, you know, your artistic voice, after discovering how capable you truly are?
You know, I think, if I may say so, you've always been a good piano player. That was never the issue. The issue was, and I always find it interesting that people create so easily.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of average music. So
I mean, you said it, Marius, not me.
No, honestly, you just, you know, when I started this journey, I asked myself two questions. Why are you doing this, and is it good enough? And I think at the end of this project, which took 4 years,
Sure.
I think there are some lovely music. I think it's some nice stuff.
Well, if that snippet is anything to go by, we definitely are looking forward to all of it. But of course, your journey is so multifaceted. You're a neurosurgeon, a classically trained pianist. Do you feel like both medically and musically, those two worlds have really influenced you in some sort of way? I'm so curious how you've brought in your knowledge of the brain and of course the fingers and how that comes together.
Music was a part of my life way before I did medicine and before I did neurosurgery. So, you know, we live in a country where neurosurgeons are put on a pedestal. For me, it's not that. I mean, there's a lot of people that are doing incredible things. They're not even in the medical world. But I played a long time, and I do find my job at stages emotionally very demanding.
Sure.
And that's a very nice escape. If you want to play music or create music, it's a nice place to go and find a safe haven to create and to get consolation.
Absolutely.
that's the way I saw music.
Sure. I can imagine it being like a bit of an escape and even to kind of mellow out the mental health a little bit. I mean, especially on a Monday, you want to make sure that you're feeling good. But I know that you have collaborated with some incredible people. I mean, South Africa's most celebrated, in fact. So I'm really curious about what it was like working with Marius as well as the 20-piece string ensemble. Can you take me into that world a little bit?
Yeah, look. When you start a project like this, you have no idea where it's going to end.
It's true.
So the fact that Marius got involved, to me, we basically have a passion for cinema music, or they call it ambiance music. That's the genre basically. But we both like that feeling of cinema music, and then Marius gets involved, and you start recording music, and then you say, well, you got to have an orchestra. Yeah. How big should the orchestra be? And I
The
just
bigger
thought,
the
well,
better.
I want 20. And my friend Kuni de Villiers said, but you know, how long is a piece of string? How big do you want this orchestra?
Exactly.
I said, well, I want 20. And then you think to yourself, you are absolutely crazy to have a 20 piece. And then, I mean, I don't even think a lot of people know, but the biggest thing that happens at Gerben Groten, who is a world famous conductor, through Marius heard about the project, and he flew out from Germany to come and do the show that we did in Endler Hall at his own cost.
Sure.
So you sit with a 20-piece orchestra and you feel minute in this beautiful Endler Hall, but it was an incredible experience.
I can imagine. Yeah. Sometimes you need that perspective, do you know what I'm saying? Well, we're really excited and congratulations on the debut album. Today we have an absolute treat, Expresso fan, because of course Marius is going to take us through all the goodness when it comes to the way his fingers work on the piano. Very excited to get our brains going on this beautiful morning.